They come back because they miss the attention you gave them, not because they've changed. People often return, not because they value you, but because they realize no one else treats them the way you do. When they ignore you, it's about their convenience. When they return, it's still about their convenience. And the cycle repeats because they know you'll welcome them back without consequences. Sometimes they come back only to see if they still have power over you. Your people return when they feel empty, not because they regret how they treated you. They miss your presence, but they often fail to match your energy. And it's not love, it's the fear of losing the comfort you provided. When someone ignores you and comes back, ask yourself, are they returning to give or to take? Their inconsistency is a reflection of their confusion, not your worth. They come back because they know you're forgiving, but forgiveness doesn't mean tolerance. Sometimes people leave to explore their options, but they return when they realize no one else compares to you. Their return isn't always a sign of regret. Sometimes it's just selfishness disguised as affection. They remember the warmth you gave, but they often forget the hurt they caused. When they come back after ignoring you, it's not always because they care. Sometimes they just don't want to feel guilty. They return because they know you have a soft spot for them, but don't let your kindness become their excuse. It's easy to come back when they think you'll be waiting. It's harder to stay and value you when it matters. When they ignore you, they prioritize their ego. When they return, they prioritize their loneliness. In their absence was their choice. Their return doesn't erase the pain they caused. You deserve someone who never leaves, not someone who only comes back when it's convenient. They come back because they crave the validation you gave them, but true love isn't built on one-sided efforts. When someone truly values you, they don't risk losing you. They don't ignore you in the first place. Their return may feel like closure, but sometimes it's just a reopening of old wounds. They often return when they see you thriving without them. Their regret isn't always about losing you. It's often about losing control over you. When they come back, remember how they made you feel when they left. Don't mistake their return for a second chance. Sometimes it's just a second round of heartbreak waiting to happen. They miss the way you made them feel, but do they ever think about how they made you feel? When they ignore you, they assume you'll wait. When they come back, it's because they assume you haven't moved on. You're not a backup plan for someone who couldn't prioritize you. When they come back, ask yourself, are they here to heal or to repeat the cycle? They return not because they changed, but because they hope you haven't. Their absence taught you lessons. Don't let their return undo your growth. When they come back, it's often because they realize the grass wasn't greener elsewhere. They remember your loyalty, but they rarely appreciate the sacrifices behind it. When someone comes back after ignoring you, don't let their presence overshadow the pain of their absence. And their return doesn't erase the tears you cried in their absence. You're not a placeholder for someone who doesn't know what they want.